Major Arctic shipping companies are calling on Ottawa to act. In an open letter this week, they say the federal government must strengthen maritime security and invest in infrastructure as the shipping sector expands and faces new challenges. Cardinal has that story.
The letter points out rising challenges for Arctic shipping due to climate change and traffic increases. Sao Paulo is the executive director of the St. Lawrence ship operators. He says the navigation season now lasts around 120 days, roughly 2 weeks longer than it did 20 years ago. Paulo says that growth in traffic means more pressure on safety and Coast Guard resources.
With climate change, there's also more and more icebergs that are being encountered by and that need to be avoided by our different members that navigate up north.
Paulo also says the lack of northern and southern port infrastructure is limiting future growth, and is urging Ottawa to accelerate investment as shipping activity continues to rise.
It's an opportunity to support the global economy, global Canadian economy, by investing up north and making sure that we take advantage of those opportunities.
Daniel Dagenet, president and CEO of NIAS, agrees climate change is creating new challenges for Arctic operations.
So even though the season appears to be longer, from the beginning to the end, we are encountering more climatic changes that will affect our productivity and ultimately our production and the delivery of service.
Dagenet is calling for Ottawa to invest in better navigation data and mapping system to keep operations safe as maritime traffic grows.
We need a whole lot more investment for bathymetric sounding, aids to navigation, to assist our sailors on our vessels, and for that we need the federal assistance.
David Rivet, president of Decanie Trans-Arctic, says it's time to plan ahead. He's calling for a long-term vision as more ships and communities depend on Arctic routes.
The climate is evolving in the Arctic, and what we're seeing now is greater attention to the Arctic and to the Arctic sovereignty. So having that foresight and looking 5, 10, 20 years down the road, what are the potential needs of those growing and thriving communities in the Arctic?
In the new federal budget, the government is proposing $1 billion over 4 years for Transport Canada to invest in major transportation projects in the north, including airports, seaports, all-season roads and highways. The shipping leaders says Arctic development and traffic will keep expanding, and long-term planning is needed for a safer and stronger Arctic supply network. Cardinal, CBC News, Iqaluit.